What is happening, people? My name is Alex, and this is the Domination on Grid. And what's special about this game is that I think I pretty much get a kill streak every life. And it's a very, very good game in my opinion, and I do fairly well. I don't end up getting my dogs until the very end, which kind of sucks. But I think that's one of the reasons why I kept going forward and I kept getting these kill streaks over and over. So enjoy. A question that's come up like once or twice is why I only play Domination. And the reason for that is because I have figured this game type out. There's a game type where you know like pretty much inside and out and you know how to play it and you're very successful at it. And I think Domination is that game type for me, and I just truly enjoy it. I don't like Search. I don't like Headquarters, really. I mean, I like Headquarters, but it's not a game type that I play on a consistent basis. And I do enjoy Domination the most out of all, so if you guys don't mind, I'll keep posting Domination. If you really want me to, I'll post something like a Demolition or something like that. But yeah, I pride myself on being up in the 2,500s for Domination in the world, and so I enjoy this game type. Anyway, moving on to the story. Today I'm actually featuring my own story, and I haven't really talked to anybody about this, and it's pretty funny. So here we go. Here in the United States of America, kids are allowed to drive or allowed to own a driver's license when they are 16 years old. And I think it's a pretty cool thing. It's a benefit for me living here, and it's pretty goddamn awesome. I can't do that as well as Tape. But anyway, like I said, I think you get your permit at 15. I don't know how it works for other states. But here in Florida, you get your permit at 15, and you wait a year. And after that year is over, you're allowed to get your driver's license and, obviously go off and drive on your own. So the way I really learned how to drive a car is my dad took me in the car, he sat in the passenger seat, and he said, drive. And that's pretty much how I learned. I learned by myself. I'll admit he did yell at me on a couple of instances, but most of the other times he was like, reading a book or reading some stupid pamphlet that he found. But either way, I pretty much learned on my own. So I don't think that was the smartest decision of him to do that, because obviously I didn't learn well enough. So I got my permit, no problem. You didn't have to take like a driver's test. You didn't have to show that you could drive. You just pretty much had to take a test on a computer, and they give you your permit. So fast forward a year. Here comes time for my driver's license test. I feel fairly confident with my driving at this point because, I've obviously been driving for a year with my parents in the car. And I haven't really been making any mistakes. Obviously, when you drive with your parents and they're, in the background, you do end up making some mistakes. Like, I could remember driving on a huge intersection with my mom, and she, of course, wanted to talk to me about how my school day went. And, yeah, that went well. I didn't crash, but I think I ended up, like, almost hitting a guy, and my mom like freaking out on me, and she's like, I am never letting you drive ever again. So this is kind of going on a little tangent here, but I promise I'll tie this entire thing together. I'm not usually the kind of person that gets nervous at all. I can speak in front of a crowd. I don't have any problems presenting something, whatever, if it's a project in front of a class, or if it's whatever, really. I mean, obviously every person has their nervous moments, and I really had mine. So when it came up to my driver's test, I didn't have to take a test. I just went to the DMV, and we signed up, we showed our passwords, we proved that we are human beings indeed, and then came time for my driver's test. And I got in a car with this Hispanic lady, and I was really nervous. My dad did not tell me anything about this test, so I was going pretty much into this with a blind eye, and I didn't know what to expect. So pretty much after she checked that my car was working correctly, all the mirrors, the headlights, the turning signals, it was time to get in the car. And she looked at her paper, she looked at me, and she turned to me and she goes, "Is your name Eternal Rampage?" Of course you didn't say that, and I'm probably being extremely racist by doing the Hispanic accent, but I don't care, you're gonna have to deal with it. So, she goes, start the car, senor. And I start the car. I, put my key in and check all the mirrors, put my seatbelt on. And then she points to these two cones over at a little corner area. And she goes, "You must go and park the car over there in between those two cones and then come back here." So I slowly started heading to the cones, and from my training, from my self-training I should say, I did the little slow turn thing, but my car freaked out. Actually, that's a lie. I pretty much freaked out, and I ramsacked right in between the cones, and I pretty much ran over it. And she just took a look at me, and she's like, "Ay, Dios mío." And then she went on mumbling some Spanish stuff for like 5 minutes or something. And she's like, "We must continue this test." And I was like, cool, so I haven't failed yet. And she points to a street and she goes, "Go to the stop sign and then cross the street." And, I slowly started approaching the stop sign. I went through all the little speed bumps. I was doing fine. And I got to the stop sign, and I forgot it was there, so I pretty much just ran through it, and not looking both ways, and she did a little, check mark on her little clipboard, and I pretty much slapped my face in the forehead, and I was like, God damn it. Anyway, so the test continued, and you're probably asking yourself, how could this go more horribly? Oh, well, it can. So here comes time for the three-point turn. And the three-point turn is pretty much doing a 180 degrees turn with 3 maneuvers, and it's fairly easy, but when I was doing it, it was probably the hardest thing I've ever done. So I backed up way up into the grass, and then I forwarded way up into the grass, and she was like, "You know what? Just drive back. I want to live. I want to live. Jesus, adios mío." Either way, a month later, I went back and took the test and passed it no problem. I think it was just my nerves getting the better of me, but it's all good now. Anyway, so that's my story for failing the driver's test. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if this video gets 250 likes, I post another one tomorrow. Bye.